I knew very little about 3D printing. I'd seen, the extrusions making walls, and we talked about that as well. And so when I started looking at the applications, of course, we've all seen the 3D printed toys, and they're fun and those sorts of elements. But when I started seeing the capabilities for large-scale 3D printing, and then started to discover about 3D scanners and 3D printers, now it opened up a whole world of opportunity for industries to potentially solve their own problems on sites. For instance, let's say we had an HVAC fitting that had cracked, and it was a very particular fitting from overseas, and it was very expensive to replace or domestically. I see what your reaction there, but let's say it's going to take weeks to get, or they have to produce it, or it's very costly. Well, now we have the capability in our industry, and I guess almost any industry, to take that fitting, scan it, have someone model it, send the scan data off-site to a printer like Randy's, and he can, like he did with the part for the tractor, produce that fitting for me, and I can send someone, drive across town, grab that fitting, be back on the job site that day. I have a very expensive trade on site that wants to finish up and be done by the end of the day. Well, now maybe they can be. Whereas alternately, I could be waiting a lengthy amount of time for that piece, or spending an exorbitant amount of money replacing that part. So now it gives us an opportunity to think outside the box. And honestly, the more I think about it, there's just unlimited applications for this in new home construction, renovation, and other, by extension, other industries.
Well, right away, my mind goes in that direction. If we can fabricate anything that we need, how much is a 3D printer?
They can range anywhere from a few $100s to $400,000 or $500,000. It really depends on the printer and what you're looking at producing from it. We put our own in-house printer that we modify a printer and put our own extrusion, and we set up schools and universities. You can't patent a printer because it's been out so long. It's been out since the early 70s, but the patents ran out. That's why now it's becoming rampant. But they didn't introduce it in the 70s. They shut it down. It was too early to let the technology out. So now it's open sourced and everybody, so they're actually patenting the lipstick, the add-ons. It's kind of like your car having a camshaft sensor. You'll replace that sensor 5 or 6 times, but never the camshaft. You know what I mean? So it's all the lipstick that goes wrong with these printers. So we build a workhorse of a printer that doesn't have all the lipstick. It just does the job.
So you went from using scanners and printers to building your own printers?
We built North America's biggest 3D printer. Yeah,
you did?
Yeah.
And this is what you made the trailer out of.
Yeah.
So just for a moment, because I find this hilarious, but it's really entertaining at this point. A 3D trailer, like camper.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much of this did you build?
We printed the floor, walls, ceiling, dinette seats, kitchen and closet walls, all as a single piece.
In one mold?
One
It's not a mold.
Not a mold. It's layers stacked on top of each other, just like house printing that you saw. It's the same concept, and it goes around and around and around. Like, we live streamed it on YouTube for 9.5 days. We developed our own extruder. Industry likes to complicate things. I like to simplify it. So with our extruder, when you put it up against competitors, you have, like big corporations. One company has an extruder that's 37.5 kgs is the weight of the extruder, and that's what melts the plastic and puts it and lays it down. NASA has another massive extruder, like 400 pounds or so. And theirs, compared to mine weighs 3.5 pounds and fits in the palm of your hand and outperforms both of them. And that's just because we've simplified it and found out a certain trick that we do that really simplifies the whole 3D printing process and allows us to merge almost any material together.
So he shows me this, right? Right away, I know what it is. This is for 2 DeWalt batteries. One dead battery goes in, one positive to go back, and just click, pull it off, and you bring that one battery back to life, probably 90% chance,
Yep.
and then you put it back in your charger. As soon as I saw it, I went, You made this? He made this. Does that excite you? Because
I want one.
it's not just that. Right away, I'm going, holy cow, we can put and make anything.
That's right.
Especially in our world of construction, we have the opportunity to go, I need a part. We're going to be working a lot more together, I'll tell you right now. What is this?
That's our mag mount. So you basically snap it on, you peel off the adhesive, you snap it onto the bottom of your DeWalt battery. You can take even an impact DeWalt, which is super heavy, and go up in the rafters. You can clip it onto the side of a rafter, put it on the side of your scissor lift.
It's got to be metal.
Anything that's magnetic. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
it'll stick
steel.
to it, hold your tool.
Yep. And then you just grab it when you need to use it. And then
Once you bond that to your battery, it's pretty much there for a long time?
It's on there. We didn't make it where, if it's a guy saying I want to use it on all my batteries, well, it's not going to work because I want safety first. I don't want you putting it up there and all of a sudden you're popping it on and off a dozen times and it's not snapping on the same way. So we say one battery per mag mount. And also for the auto sector, it's a rubber coated battery as well, so it doesn't scratch the paint of the car if you stick it on the side.
And this was you. Nobody came to you and said,
No.
this was just your brain.
Yeah.
And what is this?
That one there is, I've used DeWalt's for years for boosting trucks on construction sites when a car stops.
So you'd put a DeWalt battery,
Yeah.
attach this to the battery of the vehicle,
Yeah.
and it would help start it.
It'll start your car. You can, with one 5-amp battery, I've started 3 trucks and 1 car on a -40 day.
A 5-amp battery.
Yeah.
I want one of those too.
I buy these big things and the cables, and I got to carry it over. It's only like 75 pounds. I carry it over, attach it,
Yeah.
and most of the time it won't start the frickin' thing.
No.
It drives me crazy.
It'll even do a diesel. I had a customer, I said I didn't
Well-
know, and he called and said it did.
How many people in this day and age know how to boost their own vehicle anymore?
Most don't.
Right.
They don't know where the battery
But
is.
that, with a small instruction booklet, anyone can figure it out. Right? That's what I love about that. I mean, I would have some of those for some of my family members and to keep them in their vehicles.
Keep that in your glove compartment.
Why not? Or something similar to it, right? Why not? It's genius.
Okay,
Love
so this is just this much of this.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because all you did was use your imagination and create through 3D printing something that I could use, or you could use, contractors can use, and even regular homeowners can use.
That's about 60 to 70% of my industry is guys walking in saying, I have an idea, but I can't make it. Can you make it? So we help them make it, we help them design the blueprints for it, we help them get through the patent process, and we also help them get into manufacturing. If they want us to manufacture certain things, we'll manufacture it. Other things, they'll go get injection molded. So, but we're doing that constantly with companies that almost everybody in the industry uses something long enough and says they shouldn't have made it this way, it should have been this way. So they come into us, we make it that way.